The dog pound will be barking as EA Sports is pleased to join you from the always raucous Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Ray McCloud. He will score. Touchdown, 49ers. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. You look at this Niner defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the prop.
Taking it right down Broadway. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's McCloud from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, 49ers.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point try now for Moody. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. The Browns at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Oren Burks. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later. And
his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Niner defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Now it's Watson. Working the middle, and he's got it complete to Akins, the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we learn our jobs. And pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. second catch for him today, and it'll wind up the first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Set. 24 down, he's coming. Line him, go.
Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, is every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Now third down and 7. Back to throw, Purdy. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. On fourth down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. Jakeem Grant deep for Cleveland. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be. And now off to the races down the right side. He's on his way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Oh, nice move. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Browns' 26-yard line.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's the type of impact play you expect from McCaffrey, the comeback player of the year runner-up in 2022. Despite a midseason trade, put up almost 1,900 all-purpose yards and also made his 2nd Pro Bowl.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Purdy now on 2nd down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back to the 25. There's a Darius Smith there, getting in and bringing him to the ground.
They've got over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks him backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. This from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
To throw is Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Shrugs him off. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd down and a yard. A give right side now to Hunt. The 20. 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
49ers 17.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Mason. Down to the 42, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Purdy. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Purdy looking to throw. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Samuel with a catch, and he's still the gold standard for receivers getting work out of the backfield, even if his numbers fell in 2022. Most yards, carries among NFL receivers, over 850 total yards for him in 2022. Not too shabby since he only played 13 games.
On 1st down, Purdy. It returns it right back to Samuel. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now Moody for the PAT. And the lead is down to 4.
Makes the score Browns 28, 49ers 24.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before the break, Watson. And it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
49ers 24.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Here's Watson now on second down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. From the 33, here's second down at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 49ers 33-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st and 10, Watson drops it off for Chubb. He's got room to roam, and he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Niners' 10-yard line.
Watson off play action. Bryant has it. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. Touchdown, Browns! Donovan Peoples-Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Here's 2nd and 3. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run here with Mason. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
But these guys got to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Purdy.
His throw incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
54. Down and go.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10. This one caught by Kittle. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 30-yard line. Purdy will look to throw again here. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy. Samuel bringing in the slant. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Purdy now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are right back in this football game. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Kareem Hunt to the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
42, 49ers 24.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Purdy looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert.
San Francisco.
On first down, Purdy. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
We're set.
And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Cleveland, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis